Poison ivy. She thinks that plant life is more better than human life. That plant life deserves to live on while human life deserves to die. The reason for this is, well, maybe because she probably thinks she's a plant herself, calling herself Mother Nature. That's my assumption. Anyways, we're not going in detail about that. I just want to go over the top 10 best poison ivy covers. This may or may not be in any order, to be honest, as they were all pretty stylish and unique and cool in their own way. This is just my opinion, and you may have a different opinion to which covers you like of poison ivy. Anyways, let's get started. Coming at my number 10 is Gotham City Sirens, issue 8. The cover shows Poison Ivy. She looks pretty angry, and on the leaves, to her left, are Harley Quinn, the Riddler, Catwoman, and Commissioner Gordon. The reason why I like this cover for some reason is because it looks like it's not digitalized. It looks like it's been painted for some reason, giving kind of a more realistic feeling to it with Poison Ivy. And my number 9 is Gotham City Sirens, issue 6. Poison Ivy is shown in all her beauty. The vines grown on her arms, petals of flowers flying in the air, Poison Ivy in the background. The costume is even stylized in a unique way. Number 8 is Batman Gotham Knights, issue 65. All this cover really shows is just Poison Ivy lying in a pond or a lake. I guess resting for a while she looks into your soul. I already like the cover, but there's really not much to say about this, as it's a really simple cover. And my number 7 is Detective Comics, issue 693. In this cover, there's a lot of Poison Ivy around the cell. It seems like she is locked up, and Batman's shadows in the background. I'm guessing Batman captured her and sent her to Arkham Asylum, so she doesn't do any more crazy stuff that she already attempted to do. I like this cover, and I like it a lot. Mostly because it kind of tells a foreshadow of what may be happening in the story without knowing too much. But also, it has to do with the bat symbol, as it just really blends in with the room. But of course, as usual, this one is not the best one that I have found. There's a lot better ones. At number 6 is Poison Ivy, issue 4. There's a lot of detail in this cover. The background with fungi, vines growing around. It's like a forest is actually growing in Pamela Isley's office. Plus, I really like this cover because of that. I really like covers where there's so much detail, not only in the center with her, but also in the background. Another thing you can notice in the background are skeletons, showing that whoever office this is may not be hers, but the previous person behind her. Coming at my number 5 is Detective Comics issue 534. On the cover it reads Bat Trap, as I'm pretty sure this Venus flytrap is now a Venus bat trap, and no longer eats flies, but it's going to have a Batman for a meal. Poison Ivy directs the minions, and I'm guessing the minions are also created by Poison Ivy. I like covers like this because it tells a story, though you don't know how the superhero ended up that certain way. Number 4 is Detective Comics issue 752. This cover shows Poison Ivy in a gas mask, but she's not alone. She has children around her. Now, I really like this cover because it kind of shows Poison Ivy, she's saving humanity? That would be my guess, but children most of all. Is this for a certain advantage, Or does she actually have a certain heart and not as cruel as you would suspect she is? And my number 3 is Batman Gotham Knights issue 61. This is a very eerie looking cover, and because of that, I really liked it. However, I do believe they probably kissed Poison Ivy and ended up dead before their very own eyes. It's a very good example why you shouldn't be kissing Poison Ivy. And my number 2 is Batman Dark Victory. I simply love this cover, mostly because the shaded in green and black, it all blends in. You can tell from her body, and you can tell her hair is all long and green. Just, she grows like a beautiful, magnificent plant, because she is similar to plant life, and she is beautiful in every way. And my number 1 is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight issue 43. This has to be my favorite cover ever because it makes her look creepy. It makes her look like a supernatural entity that's ancient and shouldn't have been woken up. And now that she's woken up, she's going to take her revenge upon humanity now. I also love it how around her and even in the background you can see bats flying around. It's all creepy and eerie, and I love creepy and eerie. So there you have it, guys. This was my top 10 best Poison Ivy covers. In fact, it's actually my 10 favorite Poison Ivy covers. This was a hard debate as Poison Ivy really has a lot of cool, very unique, and beautiful art for her covers. Even if they're just simple ones with her standing around or just sitting down, it just shows how these cover artists puts all the work into it to make something very beautiful nonetheless. And I appreciate the artists for doing that, as when you want to create a cover, it should be very eye-catching, and certainly they made a lot of eye-catching covers of Poison Ivy. And let's not forget that there's also a story behind it, and it really seems like these covers just foreshadows that story. But with further ado, I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making this video, and I thank David Miller for giving me the suggestion of doing this video. But now I wonder, what is your guys' favorite Poison Ivy covers? You don't have to do in the top 10. You can do in the top 5, or just tell me what's your favorite one out of all in the video, or maybe just one that I didn't put in the video. Comment down below, and as always, stay tuned for the next video to come.